I want to talk to you about why knowing your style, whether it's about watches or hairstyles or clothing, whatever it is so important, and what it has to do with gift giving. You know, give good gifts. That's a motto of mine. You should always give good gifts. At Christmas time, birthday times, it should be quality gifts. And how do you give a quality gift? It's not expense. It's knowing the other person. And that's what I'm going to talk about in a story that I share when I'm performing as a storyteller. First of all, learning what your style is very important. As other people get to know who you are and what it is you care about, what it is you do, they can participate in your life, whether it's gift giving or other ways, in a more meaningful way. Now, I'm not saying that they'll care about what kind of watch you wear, what kind of clothes you wear, what kind of shoes you wear, how you cut your hair. Most people won't notice or care about any of that. But those who get to know you, that know what you like, what your hobbies are, those who make that effort to know you on a deeper level. Let me give you an example. Last Christmas, I'd been involved with a book that made some money, and I received a payment, and I had some extra money at Christmas time, and I was in a cute little boutique with my wife, and we were looking around, and I said, you know, it occurs to me that maybe I don't know you as well as I should after 30 years, because I want to get you a nice gift for Christmas. And I look around here, I don't know what you would like. What's something special I could give you? And she said, go on, you know. She did the whole humble thing of, don't get me anything, don't worry about that. Well, when somebody asks you what you'd like for a present, your answer is, forget about it, don't worry about it. You're saying, no, don't connect with me that deeply. I'm not interested in that kind of a connection with you. So I told my wife, come on. I went into a jewelry store the other day, and I looked around, and I saw a lot of fancy, shiny things. I didn't know what you would like. Well, she gave that some thought, and that night when we went to bed, she came over and gave me a hug and said, I like pearls. And I said, there you go. There's something I can work with. And it made shopping for her for Christmas feel like a connected experience. So this whole idea of gift giving and personal style goes way back with me. When my son Ethan was 3 years old, he was in a Sunday school class, and he learned about, as far as he knew, Mother's Day for the first time. He came home in a lather. Mother's Day was coming, and he didn't have a gift for his mom. He was really upset. So I thought that was cute, and I took him down to a department store, and we entered that department store. He was like a lion hunting an antelope. He had this cute little trot when he was 3. He was looking all around, trotting through the aisles of this department store. And he came to the middle of the department store where they have the makeup counters and everything, and there was this tower that they had built of these cute, antique-looking plastic bottles of hand lotion. He zeroed in on that, and he picked up to a dead run, and he ran and dived at that display and grabbed hold of a bottle of hand lotion and knocked the display to the ground. Boom, it just fell apart, crashed to the floor in an explosion, and he stood there cradling this bottle of hand lotion against him, and salespeople came rushing over, and he looked at him and he said, this is for my mom. And I rushed over and started picking up bottles of hand lotion. I said, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, but several of the sales ladies on the floor were wiping away a tear, and they said, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen. And several of them knelt down next to my son and told him they thought he was really cute, and listened to him tell about how he was going to give this hand lotion to his mom. Well, I told her that story when we got home, and she loved it, and really made a fuss over the gift when he gave it to her. And the lotion, of course, is gone. He's studying medicine now, studying to be a doctor, and he has a daughter of his own. But my wife still has that empty bottle. She cherishes it. I'm talking about these things, and we're doing these giveaways, but I haven't learned these lessons in my life. When I was first married and my children were very young, we struggled economically because I made some really poor educational choices. There were some hard years. There were some struggles. And I remember one Christmas in our family, we refer to this Christmas as the grocery store Christmas. And when we talk about it, I always tell about it with some pain in my voice, which makes my children reprimand me, because the grocery store Christmas was when all the toys that they got from Santa Claus that year, came from the toy aisle at the grocery store. You know, $15 worth of plastic toys, a buck for a plastic dinosaur or a plastic alligator, and a buck for some baby doll accessories, and 15 bucks. And I was ashamed. I remember that was a hard Christmas for me. I was so ashamed. But for the kids, from their perspective, when we would go grocery shopping, they would run to the toy aisle at the grocery store and thought those were treasures. All my kids have saved the toy. I don't know most of, if there's some of them that have found their way to the garbage, but they've all saved mementos from that Christmas as a very special Christmas for them, something that they remember very fondly. And they always tell me, Dad, that was one of the best Christmases of my life. That was a special time, something that I needed to focus on. And I mean, even today, my oldest daughter, when I ask her, what do you like for Christmas? She'll always tell me, Dad, I love puzzles. If everybody in my life gave me a puzzle for Christmas, I'd be thrilled. And I always tell her, oh, come on. And I've given her puzzles a few times, but I should listen to her. Her husband always finds an interesting puzzle, something different, something unique that he can give her because that's what she loves. So here's my story I wanted to share with you. One Christmas, when I had I've improved my employment, things were better, and we were flush for Christmas. In December, my wife came to me and she said, we're doing pretty good this year. In all the years I've known you, in all of our marriage, I've never asked for a Christmas present, specific. I want such and such a thing for Christmas. And I said, yeah, that's true. And she said, I'm asking this year. I have something I want for Christmas, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to explain it. I just want to tell you, and I want that for Christmas. And I said, okay, and what is it? She says, I want makeup for Christmas. And I said, well, I don't understand, because makeup is a gift? I don't understand that. And she said, yeah, that's what I want for Christmas. And I said, well, you usually just get your makeup at the grocery store. She said, well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I don't want to explain this too much to you, but I don't want a makeup from the grocery store. I want makeup from the department store at the mall. And I thought about it. I said, how is that different? And she said, it's a whole experience. You go there and there's the makeup counter and the ladies in the smocks, and they give you advice and they show you products and they make a sales pitch. It's a whole thing. You sit on the stool, you try different things. I said, well, I can understand that. And I said, okay. And she says, oh, I didn't want to talk about this. She said, it takes all the fun out of it. I just wanted you to tell me yes or no. But the other thing about it is that the cost of it would be different. I said, it would be? And I said, what are we talking about? She says, I want to spend like $100. And I mean, I'm sorry, I was very ignorant about style and fashion and things. And it shocked me, $100 for makeup. And she could see it on my face and she was crushed. Her idea for a Christmas gift was just right out the window. And she says, I didn't want to argue this. I didn't want to justify it. It's just a gift I want to ask for. And I said, man, $100 for makeup. And she said, you know what, drop it, drop the whole thing. And she walked away, and I could tell she felt bad. And the next day at work, I was still really down in the dumps about this little encounter I'd had with my wife. And I was in my office, and a coworker, Leo, he came in and he noticed that I was preoccupied. He said, what's up? What's the matter? And I said, oh, Christmas stuff. He says, yeah, tell me about it. What about Christmas? And I said, well, my wife asked for a gift that's kind of got me flummoxed. He said, what gift? And I said, well, she wants makeup. And he said, well, that's not an unusual gift. I said, no, she wants makeup from the mall, from the department store. He said, yeah, I didn't think you were talking about the grocery store. And I said, yeah, but she wants to spend $100 on makeup. And he laughed. He said, oh boy. And he said, I don't know if I've met your wife. Does she ever come downtown here to the office? I said, well, she has a few times, I think. He said, she ought to come by this week. We could all go to lunch. And I said, you want to go to lunch with my wife? He said, yeah, I just got to meet this woman that's not worth $100. Man, that hit me like a bolt of lightning. He laughed his way out of my office, but I went home that night. I gave my wife the credit card and I said, go Saturday, take a friend, take a family member, go to the mall, go someplace nice for lunch. Go to the makeup counter at the department store, get whatever you want. And she gave me a hug, a real tight hug around my neck. One of those hugs that says, you and I have connected on a deeper level. And so I tended the kids on Saturday and she went downtown and she came back with this little bitty paper sack and she had spent $130 on makeup. But our relationship was changed forever. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to show you something. This video now is an introduction to a few giveaways I'm going to do and a video explaining something that's important to me in my life. I want you to think about your style, what's important to you, because here's what's important to me. I had a special gift given to me for my birthday. This envelope, ta-da! Can you see that? This envelope was given to me by my youngest daughter, and it made me cry. I mean, I was so thrilled to receive this gift because it was her way of saying, Dad, I know you. This is a gift card. It's gigantic and it's actually a card. And it's from my favorite store, Tabula Rasa, Social Stationers, in Trolley Square. And I'm going to make a video about spending this gift card from my daughter. She gave this to me, I assume, in fact I know, I feel it, because she knows what I like. She knows what my style is. She knows what's important to me. And we didn't have to say anything. When she gave me this gift card, just the look on her face and the look that we exchanged and shared said it all. So we're going to go spend this now. And I want to share this experience with you so you see what a wonderful gift did for me in my life.